Hi, folks. Welcome back. It is your Tarot Dad. We are back for another daily card pull. I called it a reading yesterday, and I think maybe that's not it. You know what I mean? Because reading just has that connotation. Something I'm trying to do here is demystify tarot a little bit. Like, I love the mysticism, don't get me wrong, but I do want this to be accessible for all folks of all belief systems, right? Like, I don't think it needs to be this, like, oh, that's too outside of the realms of acceptability. Both my parents are ministers. I grew up in churches. I am very well versed in what comes along with that. And I think that my experience in being a person who was in churches and also a person who is a tarot person, right, is that sometimes some folks can feel averse to tarot. It can feel a little too mystical. I'm just going to keep coming back to mystical. And what I want this to really be about is that, like, our daily polls here, our daily cards that we're looking at, this is about having more stuff to think about as we're going through our day. In the same way of, like, you read a book or you watch a TV show and it makes you think about a thing and you're like, I guess I never thought about love that way. Or I guess I never thought about relationship that way. Or I guess I never saw myself in that light or, like, put myself in those shoes. Same deal here. Like, that's what I want this to be. I want this just to be a way, like, just food for thought. I say that a lot, and that will never stop being true. So let's pull the card, baby. We're gonna spread it out. Pull from right here. Ooh. Three of Pentacles. Uh-oh. We're upside down, folks. All right, it just decided it knew which way was up now. This card is really detailed. There's a lot going on here. It looks like we've got three different kinds of people. Maybe a holy person, I'm not sure who this kind of cloaked figure is here. And then what looks like kind of an artisan person, someone who's, like, maybe working on building up a structure. We've got upright means teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation. Reversed means disharmony, misalignment, working alone. As we've talked about before, pentacles or coins, these are work. This is time spent. This is effort. This is energy. And then also the other side of that effort and energy, right? Money, currency, right, is a better word for that, better connotation on currency, and just kind of means more than money. Currency is an important thing for us to be thinking about as we're going in here, but also primarily work, right? Effort. Put in. Now, this is effort with multiple people. We are working in conjunction with others. It seems to be peaceable here, which is really nice. We've talked about how teamwork sometimes cannot always be winning. Sometimes it can be hardship, and sometimes it can be conflict. I think that this is probably no exception to that. Something for us to be thinking about in our day is, where are we in concert with others? Who in this picture might we be? And do we oscillate between these three different folks when we are in a team? Who are we in this situation? Are we the artisan? Are we the one who has hands on? Are we the guidance? Are we the spiritual guidance or the more figurative guidance and the religious figure here? Or are we the person who's bringing something to the table but not necessarily doing? So this is what I was talking about. We have this kind of third cloaked person. They are bringing something. They have what looks like a flag or a pennant or some sort of garment, some sort of decoration, which I think is important just insofar as they're bringing something to the table, right? They're not hands-on. They are not the person who is holding the tools, holding the work, but they are also contributing. What's interesting to me is that we all oscillate between these roles. That's some of my favorite ways to read these cards, right? Is like, these aren't three different people, three of the same person. Three is a really powerful number in so many cultures and so many religions. What is it about triangles, about the even distribution of weight? What is it about 3 points joining together to make a thing and to make not just anything, but a sacred object, a sanctified object here? And for you to think about in your day, like, do I have any partnership with folks? What role am I being? What role is most useful for me to be here? What role is going to serve the whole best? I think there is something interesting to the fact that there are two different archways here that the folks seem to be standing on different sides of, right? We have the one pair off to the side, the folks who are contributing spiritually or in a guiding way, folks who are contributing with bringing materials and decorations to the table, right? That they are under one arch, and the person laying hands and doing the actual physical act of building is under their own arch above the other two. Now, I think this can be a little bit of a caution for us, and that it's important to put ourselves in the perspective of each person. Sometimes we have been the person who is doing the physical action, getting our hands dirty, getting in the mix there. Sometimes we have been the people who are standing back and advising and giving advice from far away, right? Like this is possible that we have held all roles, and I would say it is most likely that we have held all roles. So important for us to even when we are in new teams and serving different roles, to be able to put ourselves in each role, understand the point of view from each perspective, and understand that there can be pitfalls for each. As the people who are advisors, we can sometimes in our heads dilute the work, the amount of effort, amount of work that it takes to be the person who's getting their hands dirty, because we are not actively doing it. Sometimes we can stand in the role of being the person who's doing the actual laborious work and can resent the folks who are advising, who are standing back not getting their hands dirty. Sometimes we can feel like whatever job we're holding is the most sacred job because it's the one that we're holding. And I think it's really important to understand, and no matter what the team is, no matter what kind of collaboration you're in, to understand that we all have our own lifts, we all have our own work to do, we all have hopefully a shared, equally participatory role in the work that we're doing together. And then anytime we're in concert with each other, anytime we are creating something with teamwork and with interactions and with relationships, it is making something bigger than ourselves. Which is one of the important parts about this card to me. So just something to consider as we're going through our day, something to be thinking of and something to be pondering. I'm so glad that y'all keep stopping in here. And I'm really excited to keep being your tarot dad and keep talking a little bit of life with you every single day. So go out into the world thinking about what we talked about here today, and hopefully we're all better for it. I'm looking forward to doing some more with you. Tarot Dad is out.